So, what if I told you one of the biggest mistakes buyers make in Strathmore is thinking all newer communities are the same? They are not. And Lakewood is one of those places that looks good at first glance, but there are things buyers need to think about before they jump in. Which city are you watching from today? Put in the comments because I always like to see where people are watching from. My name is Kevin Baldwin, and I have been selling real estate for over 25 years in Strathmore. Lakewood has the newer look many buyers want. The homes look fresh, the streets look clean, and the area feels modern. But here is what many buyers do not know. Lakewood is still the kind of place where you have to think about daily life, not just the look of a house. There are no stores right in Lakewood, so if you need to grab something quickly, you are getting in the car. That may not sound like a big deal at first, but over time, it matters. There are also no schools in Lakewood. That changes how a family lives day to day. In winter, when it gets dark early and becomes even more important, there are no lights leading kids safely to school because there is no school there to walk to in the first place. So parents need to plan around driving. If they miss the bus, would you be late for work? That is a real question buyers need to ask themselves before you buy. If your children are in swimming, hockey, baseball, or football, you are driving for that too. Buyers need to understand that before they fall in love with the finishings inside the home, a kitchen can impress you 5 minutes, but your daily routine can wear you out over 5 years. That is the part many buyers miss. They walk into a nice house and think they found the answer. But real estate is not just about the house. It's about how the house fits your life. In Lakewood, buyers need to ask themselves some hard questions. Do I want newer, even if it means less convenience? Am I okay driving for school, driving for sports, and driving for basic errands? Does this location fit my lifestyle now? And will it still fit my lifestyle later? Those are smart questions because if you do not ask them now, life will ask them for you later. Another thing buyers need to look at is the lot and the street, not just the front entry and the countertops. You can repaint walls, change flooring, and update cabinets, but you cannot move this lot. You cannot create a better street. You cannot suddenly make a home closer to the things your family needs every day. That is why smart buyers do not just buy excitement. They buy with a long-term view. Lakewood may work very well for some people. If you want a newer home, like a modern look, and do not mind driving for most things, it could be a good fit. But if you want walkability, quick access to schools, stores nearby, and less driving every week, then buyers need to think twice. This is where people get trapped. They confuse newer with easier. Newer does not always mean easier. Sometimes newer means more driving, less convenience, and more planning. That is not always bad, but it needs to be understood clearly before buying. In real estate, what hurts people is not always the house. It is the surprise that comes after they move in. The surprise usually happens when people buy with emotion instead of thinking through how they will actually live. I always tell buyers to stop thinking only one question, which is, do you like the house? The buyer's question is, well, the home still works for my life when the winter comes, when the kids are busy, when the schedules get tight, and when conveniences start to matter more. That curb appeal, that is the question that protects buyers. Because once you move in, the shiny feeling wears off and the real life begins. Lakewood is not a bad area, but it is not for everyone. And that is exactly what buyers need to understand. Some people will love the newer feel and not care about the extra driving. Others will realize very quickly No nearby schools, no nearby stores, and more time in the car is not what they wanted. The key is knowing that before you buy, not after. This is why experience matters. I have seen people buy on looks and regret the lifestyle. I have seen people slow down, ask better questions, and make a much smarter decision. If you are thinking about buying in Lakewood, do not just look at the house. Look at the full life that comes with the house. Think about the winter mornings. Think about the dark evenings. Think about the school drop-offs, sports, swimming, hockey, baseball, and football errands, and the time you will spend going back and forth. When you look at that way, you start to see the full picture, and that is what buyers do not know about Lakewood in Strathmore. It is not just about buying a newer home, it's about deciding whether the lifestyle that comes with it actually works for you and your family. I make these videos to help people see what is really happening in Strathmore real estate, not just what looks good on the surface. I'm Kevin Baldwin with CIR Realty, and if you're thinking about buying or selling in Strathmore and you want honest advice from someone who has been doing this for 25 years, reach out to me. Will your realtor know about this problem, or will they choose not to tell you? And before you go rate this story from 0 to 10, enjoy the story, leave a comment so we can keep the conversation going.